In this video, we are going to be talking about pulling your pud, choking the chicken, spanking the donkey, and any other expressions that you may think of when it comes to masturbation. Porn and masturbation, even the words are enough to make some people cringe, but let's face it, some of you, alone in your bedrooms or in your bathrooms, with nobody but the entire world tuning into your hacked webcams, you will watch actors do their thing and vigorously stroke your sexual organs until some primal goo comes out. Do you question it? Do you ever try not to do it? Or is this essentially just a ordinary and accepted part of life? Okay, and the truth that I have found is that by minimizing ejaculation and removing porn from one's life, you will get more health, more clarity, more productivity, more courage. I watched myself completely change from a boy to a man when I minimized ejaculation and I removed porn from my life. It was a rite of passage. Seriously, if people learned about how to hold their seed, the self-help and the pickup artist communities would essentially get cut in half overnight. Holding my seed has been my secret ally through the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu World and Pan American Championships. It's been my ally through 31 ayahuasca ceremonies deep in the Amazon jungle, through an intense 4-year spiritual journey of illness and disease and healing. It's been my ally through creating my business, which is a multi-7-figure business that helps thousands of people around the world heal from chronic illness. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? The initial reasons for starting the journey of holding my seed and not ejaculating were just to get laid, okay? Back in the day, I was really socially awkward. Yeah, I masturbated a lot and I watched a lot of porn. And I started researching masculinity, okay? And I came across the philosophy that essentially excessive ejaculation prevents you to be successful with women. And it made intuitive sense to me. I remember making a deal with myself. I said, and this is going to sound very unprofessional of me, but I said, I will not masturbate until I have sex with a woman, okay? And a few weeks later, it happened. In this video, I want to highlight to you why masturbation and porn is ruining your life, okay? The first thing you have to understand, when you ejaculate, especially when you're masturbating, you're giving yourself a cosmic pat on the back, okay? It's like, good job, you've done your mission. Okay, because your mission is to survive and replicate as a human being. And when you release your seed into a tissue and flush it down the toilet, you're essentially on a primal level saying, good job, you did all the hard work you needed to do today, now go rest because you accomplished the mission. Which couldn't be further from the truth, because chances are you wasted the whole day, especially if you're jerking off all the time, okay? So it's not true. You do need to accomplish, you do need to hunt, you do need to get shit done. Yeah, you're very comfortable, but that comfort is killing you and preventing you from living your best life. And did you know that in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, one of the most important self-help books ever written, he has a whole chapter devoted to sexual transmutation. And he says in this one chapter, I believe it's chapter 12, he noted that all men of genius use their sexual energy as fuel for their creativity. He stated that every single successful person that he knew of was highly sexual by nature, but redirected the energy for their work. For example, Sir Isaac Newton and Nikola Tesla, just to name a few. And a lot of artists and athletes are also aware of this trick. In his autobiography, Charlie Chaplin wrote, like Balzac, who believed that a night of sex meant the loss of a good page of his novel. So I believed that it meant the loss of a good day's work at the studio. Also, Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray routinely practiced abstinence from ejaculation before fights, and countless other jiu-jitsu fighters and UFC champs. Redirect your sexual energy and make love to your mission instead. Also, you have to understand chi and prana, okay? You have to understand energy. Most people hear those words and automatically say new age bullshit, but just stay with me for a bit. We, as human beings, are energy floating through time and space. There's no scientist that can debate this. And for thousands of years, ancient medicinal practices have stated that our sexual energy is the most powerful source of our energy as a human being. So by constantly releasing and wasting this energy, we are bleeding our vital life force. The French even refer to ejaculation as petite mort, or little death. And if you don't like talking about energy, how about just the fact that semen is just 1% sperm? The rest is 200 separate proteins, vitamins, and minerals. So when you ejaculate, you're dumping a massive mineral load. And if you're into boosting your testosterone, here is a study that shows that 3-week abstinence from ejaculation increases testosterone in men. Another thing is that when you masturbate, especially with porn, you're being hijacked, okay? You're hijacking your dopamine, hijacking your brain, hijacking your willpower. Porn is fake. Hollywood fake. What you don't see behind the scenes is all the second takes, the Viagra, the fake orgasms, and honestly, the traumatized women who are just trying to pay rent. You're not just watching an innocent Netflix film. You are wrapping up your sexual energy with these movies. So porn takes you into the mind, into fantasy, obsessions, and fetishes, and so much so that teenage boys are having erectile dysfunction because girls aren't behaving in the way that they're used to seeing in porn. We are losing the art of passionate connection, of lovemaking, of depth. And for me, I view pornography just like gambling. Okay, back in the day, I used to play a ton of poker. I was definitely addicted to poker. Here's the thing. With poker, for me, I lost no matter what. Even when I made thousands of dollars, I lost. When I lost money, of course I lost. When you make thousands of dollars, every other aspect of your life becomes boring. You don't want to work hard for your money. You don't want to create for your money. You just want dopamine chemicals for your money. And this is the biggest loss you can have in your life. When your dopamine gets ruined like that, you are essentially a drug addict. So for me, the way I quit gambling is by realizing that even when I won, I lost terribly because my life became boring and meaningless. Porn is the same thing. If you need the stunts and the actors to stimulate you, then when it comes down to the real thing, you're going to be bored. You're going to be limp. It's not sustainable. In another one of Napoleon Hill's books, Outwitting the Devil, he talks about what resisting ejaculation can accomplish. It helps to master laziness and procrastination. It gives one physical and mental endurance, and it gives you fighting qualities necessary under all circumstances for self-defense. In brief, it makes winners and not quitters. In my life experience and my clients' experience, I can 100% attest to this. Reducing your ejaculation can lead to more happiness, energy, clarity, and also more women if that's your goal. By the way, the goal here is not to avoid ejaculation entirely. In my experience, and according to many ancient scripts, that will make us go crazy. It's about just limiting your ejaculation. The average rule here that I tell my clients is to ejaculate 1 time every 2 weeks, with reducing the frequency as one gets into their 40s and in their 50s, and also reducing the frequency in the winter months or if you have chronic illness. And what about sex? Well, you can still have sex, just please her and then stop. This will require slow, passionate, mindful sex, and then you'll have to go for a run or do some push-ups or meditate, and it requires discipline. But you will get to use all of that energy to build the life of your dreams. In any case, don't take my word for this. Just see for yourself, know for yourself. Hold your seed for 1 month and comment below with the results. See you in the next video.